Right, welcome back. Last time we started improving relations with Tlaxica in the hopes of vassalization. They'd be willing to accept, it's just that they're at war at the moment, so yay. I've also been wondering whether or not to actually try annexing Totonac. It would take a while, and if I do any reforms in the meantime, that's going to make it even worse, but honestly I'm not sure. There's reasons for doing so, and also reasons not to. Yeah. Something that I haven't. Oh yeah, and I also got the recent city council, and the heir happens to be a good bit better than the current ruler. At least in pure points, if you ignore the institutional authority thing. If you don't ignore institutional authority, instead of having 343, we'll have 344, which isn't that much better, but at least it's 60 executive authority. It's not enough for dispassionate peasantry, but there's other things that can be done. Most notably, depoliticizing the hire of officials, which should help with corruption, instability, and bureaucratic influence. That gives the bureaucrats enough influence and they may become, well, what the aristocrats were in the past, always dominant, instead of just dominant if I let them be dominant. Another thing that I haven't mentioned is that, well, I may have mentioned but not fully pulled through on, is the fact that, well, I'm no longer taking manpower from the aristocrats. It's now almost entirely volunteers, and like more than 80%, and the rest is from the citizens levy. So, I'm getting manpower for the burghers now. This is very, very good, because that means I can do various reforms, specifically military ones that the aristocrats aren't particularly partial towards. Like moving up to aristocrat administration and hybrid military. Doing both of these, and I mean both, would be incredibly helpful. Because it will reduce noble gravity by 5%, which is, I think, the base amount of influence they have. So reducing that by 5% in total would be great. Of course, the aristocrats will not like both of these, either of these. And definitely not both at the same time, though. Not quite as bad as adjusting rural governance reform. Although that minus 15% would be amazing, I require 55, at most 55 aristocrat power. Also, I'm going to need career soldiery and aristocrat administration, so I might as well get those reforms too while I'm at it. Of course, I'm not planning on grabbing these reforms quite yet. It's getting close to 1650, which is pretty important for making sure that I can get the tech needed for academia to form inside my, well, to be independently invented in my country. There are other countries that have reached this point, however, it still hasn't appeared yet. Because it seems like the earliest date is 1650. At least according to this value. But it's all going to take time, so I need to be careful. And patient, too. Oh yeah, I've also started stating provinces in California, specifically because, well, under better circumstances, this province would have below 100 autonomy. It's just that my legitimacy at the moment is so poor that it's not working properly, but I've also been working on upgrading communication infrastructure on that path. So, the port here, and pathing and port here, and then the port over in Olo. Although I haven't really touched the pathing here is done as far as current construction is concerned, but can use more. Harbor here, though, that's going to take a while. a very long while. I've been trying to get it up to level 6 like this one is. Possibly level 7. Yeah. I'm also working on pathing infrastructure in the capital. That has, for the most part, gone to a standstill. Oh well. I mean, it can obviously reach level 7. It can't get better. It simply cannot. I don't know who keeps investing into that stuff. I could also build a capital over there, but I'm busy with other infrastructure at the moment, and capital infrastructure is a major investment. I might also do one here. Actually, yeah, why not? Let's do it now. Alright, build infrastructure. Design, improve infrastructure. Let's get capital to rank 2. Okay, demands 1 resident labor per level. Okay, and how much resident labor do we have available inside the province itself? Because we have a large resident population of over 500,000. And it appears from the birth rate that there's not good. Well, there's a lot of immigration too. Ah! Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Let's just stick with 4 parallelism and hope it can find all the required labor for this. I may want to look into efforts into... Oh! Wait, never mind. That used to be the case, wasn't it? And then they stopped. I had completely forgot. And they stopped. Why? I guess we can wait for whatever France is doing in order to get this. I might try to get this first, though. Bringing along Zapotec would be extremely helpful. So they would help provide a target for me to move towards. Alright, let's see. Still hasn't appeared. Okay. However, I'm going to go ahead and grab the techs. I'm not grabbing those, though. Anyway. Scientific journals. Now's another group of ideas. And maximum resources size plus 5%. Permanent Navy. Naval force limit plus 5%. Global naval engagement with plus 5%. Trade range plus 80. Naval morale plus 0.5. Enables the Quebec. Line infantry. Siege ability plus 5%. Mill tactics plus 0.25. Combat width plus 3. Infantry fire plus 0.25. Enables one of 2 land infantry unit types. So can either focus on defense or offense with regards to shock and morale. Let's go with offensive. Alright, as for an idea group, I can pick whatever I want. Best idea is to focus on... I figure the best idea is to focus on Diplo points because that's what I have the most of and the one I need least at the moment. However, what exactly I should pick depends on my needs, and I haven't really decided anything yet, despite the fact that I should have been thinking about this for a long, long while. Ooh, base diversions +1. That actually could come in handy. Perhaps I should go with the trade idea. Or perhaps agrarian ideas. I mean, it is brand new, but perhaps I should wait for industrial ideas. I mean, there's also evangelical ideas. But that doesn't seem like something that my country would go for, at least not really. I don't know. I'll think on it. Now, what I actually want to do now, and this is going to be a bit dangerous, but I'm going to go ahead and upgrade 3 things. First this. A -40 loyalty. Ah. Further reform. Upgrade this as well. -60 loyalty in total. Lose 15 legitimacy and 3 stability. Further reform. Four stability, 20 legitimacy. But a lot of things, and I'm gonna lose a lot of noble loyalty, so I probably should say that. Okay. Ranger strategic merge and enact reforms. The instability will last until 1661. The increased power cost until 1660. Don't really care about that because I'm probably going to be waiting for the institution to spread by that point. So anyway, beforehand, I don't know. Right, these are important though, so let's push them through. Right. Aristocrat administration is now the obligations level, which I believe is the maximum level. I'm not sure though. I also upgraded military organization to hybrid military and tax service to tax collection. There's still a higher level than that, rational taxation. As well as career soldiery. I think administrative obligations is the highest level though. Oh yes, okay. It does mean they have increased power weight when it comes to wealth siphons. However, I also get more tax from them. Less manpower as well, but I'm not getting manpower from them anymore anyway, so... okay. Temporary tax relief might also help. Some are donating to the church. Also ask them to compel a dynastic endorsement. Yeah, I might as well endow the church in the meantime, because I'm not going to get much money from them anyway, so I might as well give what little I get to them. Promote support commerce. Support the aristocratic faction. Oh, and yield concessions to ancient liberties. Why not? I don't need the speedy centralization gain. There we go. That should help keep things somewhat more stable. Right. And I'm not going to grab any ideas for the next 10 years anyway, so it doesn't matter if I pick one or not. For now. For now. I'll look at it during times when I'm not going to be putting it into the video. Outside of maybe the actual fact that I selected it. I don't need to extend this any longer than I have to. Relative worth of province, relative strength of alliances, base value. Da-ding! There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Or, well, one thing I wanted. It's pretty much one of their only cores. The other one's here. The rest is just claims made by them. I would prefer to do that. Well, let's wait and see. It's a few days until the diplomat returns. Can I threaten war for relative worth of provinces? No. Okay. Independence supported by England, France, Portugal. Why is Portugal supporting that? I thought they were allied. Not anymore. What happened to Castile? Okay, they found other allies. Most of them minor. Swedish War for Independence? Huh, that explains some things. Right, so. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Alright, so. This war is ended. However, the two people that I'm currently interested in vassalizing, Zapotec and Tlaxica, well, they rivaled each other. So it's going to be a bit more difficult to convince them to agree to a vassalization. However, I did threaten war with Nouvelle Occitanie, and they agreed to grant this province back to Totonac, so yay. Sadly, I can't just do the same with New Spain, at least not at the moment. Because I'm not strong enough. I mean, I did increase the size of the military, but that was mainly to help with this. Or make it, well, my military power compared to theirs, larger. Which helps with vassalization, of course. Of course. I also unlocked an idea group, still have no idea what to take, and honestly, it does not matter until 1660 anyway, because that's when the plus 5% modifier runs out. I'm also ready for academia to spawn, whenever it will. There's an adventure province up here somewhere that actually holds the institution spawns themselves. But yeah, I have not discovered academia yet, so no, I haven't discovered that yet. It has not appeared yet, so. Well, I just have to wait. Just have to wait. Nationalism will also arrive eventually, though that one will take a bit longer because it's 42, so I'm not going to have that until 1710. After that is industrialization, which requires 46. So that in particular is exactly 100 years from now, so again, not that much for problem. That's 1750. So long as I don't fall too far behind for one reason or another, which is unlikely, yeah. So yeah, tech level 36. Idea group that I still haven't picked yet. I'll get to it. I also, in case you couldn't tell from my legitimacy and my stability being so far down again, I've asked major reforms. 3 of them this time. Went to a hybrid military system, aristocrat administration, and tax service. Which means that the aristocrats will focus less on manpower, investing in feudal levies, which is fine because I'm not even taking feudal levies anymore. They're just not effective enough. It's a combination of volunteers and citizen service, citizen levies. I do want to do this again, yeah. So this has reduced the noble gravity. So their power is going to reduce dramatically for a while. Of course, it's slow pace, especially since I'm constantly doing aristocratic marriages in order to keep them a bit happier, because I'm going to need to get them happy again so that I can do a reform. like career soldiery, though that will require enlistment. But they really won't care about this. Sadly, that means I won't be able to use volunteers anymore, but enlistment is more effective and based directly on state reach rather than anything else. Which is good. It's good. Especially for a country with a lot of state reach like me. I mean, 79% state reach. In general. Well, that's not over. And that's probably because this province itself is almost certainly low on state reach. Yeah, 61%, and that provincial corruption is so bad. Oh well. The thing is, with this... Yep, state reach increases naturally. This gives plus 0.15 yearly state reach. I mean, I could also expand the bureaucracy, but by this point, why? There's no reason to. Recalling corrupt officials, yeah. Anti-corruption stuff during this time with this bad stability. Yeah, I'd rather not. And I hope it starts increasing again. But the grain don't end. Yeah, okay, there we go. That should help keep things reasonably stable. And prevent anything majorly traumatic. I hope. Yeah. That is it though. I'm pretty sure I'm going to grab a diplomatic idea group, but I'm not sure what. Additionally, agrarian ideas has appeared. So I took a quick look through that. It's somewhat interesting, but I'd rather see what the alternative industrial ideas is before I specifically choose it. Just out of personal preference. Because I like to know what my options are before choosing anything. Yeah, that's about it. Things are going decently. Mostly. Well, there's a lot of rebel factions. The reactionary warlords are probably the most dangerous. The new Spanish separatists, well, they were pretty minor, judging by the fact that they're disappearing again. It also seems like France has started to colonize Alaska. I don't like that. I did, however, pick up a province from expeditions, which is great. It's always fun. No, there's no chance of getting to below 100, at least not in this moment. However, communications are good. It's probably mainly separatism. Wait, there is no separatism because expeditions were right. I could also theoretically create a client state, but no. Expeditions are the right course, so there's little reason to. Plus, I'm pretty sure client states tend to be broken within MNT anyway. So yeah, not touching that. Yeah, that's it. I've gone on for a long while today, far longer than I usually do, so I definitely should stop now. Alright, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.